Welcome to Watchat, where we chat about watches and other facts of life. On the first Speedy Tuesday of 2021, Omega launched their new Speedmaster Moonwatch. Does the legacy live up to its name? And what's the difference between the old and the new? Let's find out. The Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch is, as the name suggests, the watch that went to the moon. Unlike any other watches, the Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch has many stories involving the moon. From the stories of Armstrong's giant leap to the 14 seconds of fuel burn that brought the crew in Apollo 13 home, this chronograph is indeed one of the most iconic legends in all of watch history. So after more than 5 decades of earning the name Moonwatch, what's the updates like in the 2021 version? Like the older model that offers both Hazellite crystal and sapphire crystal on the watch, the new Speedy offers similar options. Unlike the outgoing model, the newer model also, for the first time, offers one that is made out of Sedna gold, which is Omega's blend of gold, copper, and palladium, and one that is made out of Canopus gold, which is Omega's version of their white gold. For the purpose of comparing the old and the new, we will be looking at the stainless steel models on both the Hazellite and sapphire crystals version. Before we look at the aesthetics, the first difference one needs to know or take note of is its movement. The older Speedy is powered by the caliber 1861, whereas the newer Speedy is powered by the caliber 3861. The 1861 operates with a frequency of 21,600 bph, has a power reserve of 48 hours and is equipped with 18 joules, whereas the 3861 operates with the same frequency of 21,600 bph, has a power reserve of 50 hours and 26 joules. Among the other upgrades, the 3861 is now META certified, has magnetic resistance of 15,000 gauss, and has a hacking seconds function. Now, let's look at its design. The first thing you will notice is the step dial in the newer watch, where the edge of the dial has a slight curve, which is a throwback to its vintage design. Because of the step dial, Omega has also designed a dome minute and seconds chronograph hands. The counterweight for the second chronograph's hand is now a teardrop shape, and the lume tip is now extended closer to the minute track. The minute track on the dial is now less cluttered as compared to the old. It now has less milliseconds indicator. The printing of the Omega logo on the newer Hazellite watch is slightly smaller than the older watch. This is perhaps due to the fact that Omega is trying to ensure that the size on the Omega logo is similar with the applied logo that is only available on the newer Sapphire watch. The Speedmaster writing is now a tad larger in the newer watch, and the word Professional underneath it has a new font. The pin holding the hands in the sub-dial are non-painted as opposed to the older watch which have them painted in white. The anodized aluminium bezel also received some visual updates. The first is the famous dot over 90 and the dot diagonal to 70. The second change is the printing on the bezel is slightly lighter on the newer watch. The third variation is the shorter indicators used here on the newer watch. Lastly, is the different font used. Notice how the alphabet A and H in the word tachymeter are slightly wider, and the number 2 used are unequivocally different from the 2 design. The back of the watch has an entirely new layout as seen here. One thing to note here is that the back of the case on the older Speedy has polish finishing, whereas the newer watch has brush finish. The other thing to note here is that the crown on the newer watch has a different shape and is slightly thicker. Both the Hasselite and Sapphire version of the newer Speedy provides a new bracelet. The Hasselite version has it all brush finish, whereas the Sapphire version is brush finish with polished middle links. The bracelet tapers from 20mm to 15mm. Lastly is that clasp. Doesn't this clasp design remind you of the teak wood on a Seamaster Aquaterra? And the rectangular clasp shape of a Rolex? Beautiful indeed! This clasp features a polished Omega logo on the satin finish cover. This clasp also features two polished pushers in their new oval shape. With this clasp, I find this timeless design watch is now a pretty modern watch, which makes it even more desirable. Anyway, these are the differences that I've noticed so far. If you've noticed any other updates and differences, please share them with us in the comments below. If you like this kind of video, please like, share, comment, subscribe and hit that notification button to make sure that you won't miss any of my videos. To support me, and I'll really appreciate it and promise to upload more videos like this. Until the next one, thank you for watching.